Ian Garry has exploded into the MMA scene through his fan-friendly style and flashy personality, often being compared to the biggest star in the sport, the notorious Conor McGregor. We will be exploring his career thus far and assessing if he truly lives up to the hype. Before entering the UFC, Garry climbed his way through the regional promotion Cage Warriors, where by his second fight, Garry displayed the skills of a potential future title contender. He did this through the use of his right kick, mixing up his attacks aimed at both the head and leg. After flooring his opponent with a right kick to the leg, Garry used a question mark kick to trick his opponent into expecting an attack low instead of high. Stunning his opponent, Garry rushed in with a flying knee, earning his first finish of his professional career. Disguising his right head kicks through targeting both body and leg will become a prominent part of Garry's fighting strategy in the future. Despite his performance, retreating with his chin in the air made it evident Garry had ways to go before becoming the force he is now. After winning the Cage Warriors welterweight strap, Garry made it known that the next move of his career would be fighting in the UFC. He would make his debut at UFC 268 against Jordan Williams. While still having defensive flaws as he retreats, Garry showed much more composure under pressure. This level of calmness was absent in his earlier Cage Warriors run, which now improved his ability to see shots while retreating. In addition, Ian demonstrated new defensive abilities such as rolling undershots and dunking understrikes to grab the clinch, causing a reset. As the first round played out, Ian's calmness allowed him to perfectly time Jordan with a right cross, earning him a first round KO. Having one of the best debuts of 2021, combined with his impersonations of Conor McGregor, would put Ian in the mind of fans, which would lead to a rise in his popularity. For his third fight with the UFC, Ian Garry would face off against the dangerous pressure fighter Gabriel Green. Garry presented improvements to not only his defense on the retreat but also his offensive striking. By always staying on his toes, using intercepting strikes, lateral movement, and constantly changing his directional motion, Garry was able to make it very difficult for Green to catch him with any strikes to the head. Regardless of fighting a southpaw, Garry showed an amazing jab. In open stance matchups, jabbing becomes much more difficult due to the lead hands being closer in proximity, which results in more hand fighting. Constantly using his jab and a 1-2 combination, Garry successfully sent Green to the canvas and quickly followed him to establish top position. Taking advantage of grappling exchanges was something Garry was lacking in his early career, showing his growth through experience. After his demolition of Green, Garry would face his biggest tested date against Kenan Song. Instead of fighting on the back foot, Garry would employ a new fighting strategy using a front-footed approach, backing Song to the cage through the use of a front kick and jabs to both head and body. After landing a left hook to the body, Garry would stay in the pocket for too long, attempting another 1-2, allowing Song to counter him with a beautiful left hook, dropping Garry for the first time in his career. Showing both his grit and heart, Garry would survive till the end of the round and easily secure the second round. Garry would become much more cautious of Song's left hook, making sure to pull his head away after throwing in combination. By the third round, it was obvious Kenan's only answer to Garry was the left hook. Garry would take advantage of this by using body combinations to draw out the left hook, which he would punish with a right cross counter. Backing Song to the cage, Garry would once again use body combinations to draw out the left hook, which he would counter, stunning Song, allowing Garry to follow up with ground and pound shots and earn a third round finish. This win would not only convey Garry's resilience, but his ability to adapt to his opponents as the fight progresses. Ian Garry would attempt to enter the top 15 through beating the ranked southpaw Daniel Rodriguez. Before the bout, Garry would do an interview with Peter Carroll where he would talk about his great fight IQ. Garry would state that he would finish Rodriguez with a right high kick and that a finish earned through different means would be an accident.
This is the first fight in a while where I get to study, like genuinely allow my brain to do what it fucking does, which is just be so intelligent. This is where my fight IQ is so much greater than everybody else. Is my brain will just tick, and I've already got the map in my head. Like I can tell you how I'm going to knock them out.
Do it. I want to hear it.
Right high kick. Oh, and anything else, Pete, I didn't mean. If I knock him out with anything else, I didn't mean it. That's the only shot I want. That's the knockout I want. Right high kick. I want him stiff. On his back.
Well, what a scene that would be. What a scene that would be in.
During the fight, Garry constantly took advantage of the open stance matchup by utilizing round body kicks. After conditioning Rodriguez to expect the right body kick, Garry would throw a right high kick, leading to another first round finish, demonstrating his high fight IQ whilst living up to his own ambitious claims. Ian Garry is set to take on the veteran Neil Magny at UFC 292, which he stands as a current -298 favourite. Neil Magny makes use of clinch grappling to earn his victories. Due to the high fight IQ displayed in his previous outings, I believe Garry is more than capable of both neutralizing Magny's clinch game and earning another ranked win. An exciting win would move Garry one step closer to attaining his dream of becoming a UFC champion and potentially allow him to become a household name like his countryman Conor McGregor.